Good day, everyone. Today I'm going to be presenting my Part 2 project for PROG7311. First, I'll explain the general flow of my application, and then I'll demonstrate how my application will run after that. Um, excuse me. Starting off with the client management, the client's controller. The user obviously can create a new client by entering their name, contact information, and the region. The controller then validates the information and then stores it in the database. The user is then redirected to the index page where it displays all the clients after that. The next step is the contracts controller. Um, this is where one of the key design principles comes into play, the factory patterns. When a user creates a contract, they'll select a service level, whether it's standard or premium. Instead of directing them to a contracts object, the controller calls the factory method, as you can see right here, and then this will determine um, the type of contract which will be created based on the security levels, as you can see. So we have a factories folder, and there's all the contract types. There's the icon, there's the interface over here. Um, yeah, that's basically it for the contracts controller. Once the contract object is then created, the system will then handle the PDF upload, which is the sign agreement. It will then validate if it's a PDF. If it's not a PDF, it will reject it. You know, obviously, you have to upload a PDF for a contract to be created after that. Then it starts in the service directory, and that's basically creating a contract. Of course, users can download the contract as well once they created a contract object. Um, After a contract is successfully saved, the observer patterns are then triggered, which is inside the observers folder. This will notify different parts, different clients, such as the finance team, the logistics team, even the client itself will be updated and notified if there's any changes to the contract. That's basically the observer's logic. Um, once you created a contract, then the next step is the next so this third and final step is the the service request controller. This basically this is the system that allows contracts. So this only allows systems. Oh, sorry, this only allows contracts that are only active. This is basically it only allows to create services for contracts that are only active, and um, and it obviously prevents contracts that are either in where the statuses are in draft or they pending or expired. It will not allow it to create a service request. Um, then the coolest part about the service request is the fact that we have just let me find it quickly. There we go. Is that we can is the API, the external currency API, which obviously allows the user to convert USD dollars into rands using the HTTP client here. Um, Obviously, this interface over here is called by the controller. Is called by the controller, which allows the conversion to take place. The logic for the API is found in the service folder, and that's basically the general flow of my application. These are my views. Here's my unit testing. And yeah, so now we will um, run the application now. Oh, and there's my DB context. This is where my stuff is getting saved to. Okay, so this is the website for the Global Logistics Management System for TechMove. This is the home page, three cards that allows you to go to the client's page, contract page, or the service request page. Let's start off with the client's page. Here you can see there's some clients already added here. Let's add a new client. Let's call him. Uh, let's call him. Let's call him Sammy. Contact details can just be anything. And he's from the USA. So let's add him. As you can see, there's here. You can also edit his details. Um, that's the first step. The next step is your adding your contracts. As you can see, here's your contracts already here. Let's create a new contract. So Sammy, let's put um let's do the 9th to the 16th. Let's say he's premium and he's active. Let's choose a PDF or sign agreement. There we go. And save it. And boom, there's he here. And obviously you can download the PDF and view it. And there we go. And also then you can filter as well. So let's just say we want to filter by statuses, say drafts, expired, there's nothing expired, active, should be 2, 3, there we go. Um, yeah, and also you can filter by date, so you can filter by the 9th to the 16th, the one we just created. And yeah, so the filter obviously works for the contracts. So we go to the last page, let's create new request. Oh, and one more thing is that if you do try to, let me just read this quickly. If you try to add a non-PDF, so I have this doc here, if I try to send it, it just refused to create the contract without, if it not being a PDF, it will not create the contract. As you can see, it rejected the Word document. Yeah, so the last one, let's create a request. This can be, um, let's just say, let's say music event. Music event has a small description. This will cost, let's just say $10,000, just as an example. Obviously, as you can see, another thing I forgot to mention is that only the active contracts are showing here rather than all the contracts. And when we convert it, and boom, there we go. Here is the contract, the service request that we created, and that's our converted currency right over there. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm just thinking there's nothing much else to go through. Um, yes, that's basically it. And I shows you the contract number here and the description, original USD, and then the converted amount into South African rand. And yeah, that's basically my application. Thank you so much for listening and watching.